Oh, hello, people. My name is Kali Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store. And when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. But yeah, Mahama Media, Texas, you drew her. Very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send, it's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it, check it, check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Check it, check it. Check it, check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Check it, check it, check it, check it. Sugar level, check it, check it, check it, check it. Check it, check it, check it, check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Well, I hear Chemo is about to count more money. Because of it. Anyways, guys, hope everyone is doing fine. We are still inching closer to Christmas, and as we do this, I want to believe everybody's in good health. It's one of the things that you can always wish for. If you're in good health, then trust me, you know you are also going to be able to do so many things. The sick person can't work. The sick person can't even enjoy life. So at all times, let's do healthy things and things that will give us good health, and I'm sure with that we can work, make some money, and enjoy the life that we are supposed to enjoy. Like someone said, there is no heaven everywhere. Heaven is right here. So if you don't enjoy the goodies in this world, my brother, you are doomed. Anyways, you are welcome to another edition of Showbiz Daily. Showbiz Daily is live here on Sammy Flex TV, and I want everybody to know that as much as we are gathered here, it is showbiz, nothing but showbiz, and we do it making sure that all the pertinent issues in the industry, we discuss them. Shouts to Shatta. Wale, he said yesterday he watched our episode and he loved it as well, and so big ups to him as well, and to everybody who has been watching us. We appreciate you guys. You guys are the reason that despite all the stress, the running around, we still come back to do the work. Charlie, it no be easy, but the work we go do well. So the way we dey work, the way we dey tire, if it's the one day they chop money, make no more. Me dey sleep. If I dey chop money, make no more. Allow me make I chop money small. Man tire, but women don't know. Is it man tire, but women don't know? Well, so that aside, let's come to some of the industry's issues and settle on them. Roland Amate is seated. He also works with Shagzy. Again, he is a brand consultant when you want to do events at every point in time. He's also a road manager at Shatta movement. Let me also say thanks to Kwesi Ama, who is a blogger, and Kwesi Ama has been blogging about Scott Evans and the rest of the people. Tim Dude Solomon is also our online manager here at Flex Entertainment Limited. just so you know. And he's also ready to solve all your digital streaming monetization problems for you and for you alone. To Digital Rasta, he's also called Currency, who is on camera. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. And with this, I'm sure the team is ready to roll. Guys, welcome.
Thank you.
Kwasi, how is the blogging space doing? You guys, are you making some money for Christmas?
Rasa, yeah, the Christmas is here though. But and then some are cashing out. Yeah, it is the cocoa season. Some are cashing out. Whilst others too are struggling to.
You are not cashing out.
Cash out in the mouth, and I mean allow me allow cash out.
I cash out anymore, and I mean allow.
But everything aside, we're getting small gigs on the side. But I will also say that the event organizers, we are ready to work. We are ready to work. So they should put us on. Yeah. The men like the Roland, Sammy Flex. Nana Reagan them. Derek Money them. Yeah, so you Chemo them. Currency. Yeah, so you guys should be putting us on. We are ready.
So they should be tagging you guys along, so you can be doing some blogging alongside to enjoy some small.
Especially December way.
Very well. We just came from Ghamro, so let's see. This morning I've seen some stories here and there on Ghamro. So because we just came from there, myself and Roland, something happened in the morning. I'm sure that is even what pushed us there today. It was about gospel musician Wale. Something like that. What is a mechanism? Wale, I'm sure that's the name. She actually put out a post about how much she earned from Ghamro, and out of that, Shatta also posted something. And it has been a discussion on social media that, hey, if a musician in Ghana throughout the whole year can earn this or is earning this, then what is the future of Ghanaian musicians? Let's have that posted. Let me ask my people if this is also coming as a surprise. So that's the name, Wale Asewe. There's another name, I'm sure that is the Asebo. Okay. It says, the Kudi from Ghamro for the year, underline year, 2023 has landed. Ghana Music Rights Organization, Ghamro, has given me an early Christmas, and she directed us to how much she's talking about. And this is a Momo alert message that she received from Ghamro, and it reads, payment received for 239.81 cedis from Ghana Music Rights Organization. Date is 13th December 2023 at 2:56. I'm sure it went like dawn, almost ending at Homachi to be with reference as Patience Abo. I thought there is another Abo somewhere. Patience Abo says, please, where are the accountants? I need a comprehensive budget for this money. And this has generated one of the heated conversations ever under Patience Asewe's post. Like everybody says that, hey, 239, a whole year, musician, your video cost, your promotion cost, your costume, appearances, interviews, and a whole year you got this X amount of money. What are you saying? Then King Shatta also comes and says, Oshe Ghamro, please, my own, take you some flex for me. We go take by Shakti cars. As a hey, God. Like a TV count. Hey, Ghana, 239. Bro, you have been there. Yeah. At least you listen to the people now, and some information was given to you. This post from Wale, the share from Shatta Wale and any other thing that goes with it. What do you have to say? Are you also surprised? 239 Ghana cedis for an artist. Are you surprised?
Yes, I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm definitely not surprised. This is not the first time we are seeing such an amount of people complaining that the amount they are receiving is either low or is not accurate. That's why she's even in a post. She wants a comprehensive budget of the amount. How they were able to derive like on that amount for them to ascertain that this is your share of the royalties that were collected in the year. And so me, I'm not surprised actually. The whole conversation about music collection, like money collection about music royalties in this country, is one that everybody knows and understands that there is a problem. When you throw it to the people who are supposed to account to the musicians as to how they are collecting their money, they will tell you that yes, they will point out some of their problems to you and tell you yes, some people have not assigned their rights to them. Collection in this country is a problem, where they've been dragging certain organizations to court and all those stuff, and that even there are some top institutions that are supposed to pay for royalties for the music or the content that they use, yet have not paid. And all these things are the challenges that
is my shocker in all this.
Of course, no. You see, I wasn't surprised because you see there is a rotten system, and that rotten system, whether in the Ghamro organization or outside Ghamro organization, there are people who are benefiting.
Exactly.
And all those who are benefiting will make sure that problem remains. That is what we are facing here. And unfortunately, many people do not want to sacrifice. Let's sacrifice the fact that we are benefiting from the wrong system and put the right things in place. No. Because the scary thing is that they are afraid that most of the times the people who sacrifice are mostly not the people who benefit directly.
Okay.
Intini say or no be sacrifice, amo bia be benefit, abreko no benefit sisi adie. Forget it. So if an institution is supposed to take the pain to pay because they are using a musician's content, no, it is money they are paying. And that money, if you ask them, can be used to do other things that will benefit the organization. In the Ghamro no, ni komu buo, chiao, da fomo, yedere ye twin wo fomo, emfa no ho. Because a Ghamro ni gina say pam. Sa sika na ontua no, ye be ba bechi.
Fact.
And that is where the problem is. And unfortunately, even in the music system, like the musician omo enclave ni munumpono, you don't have musicians fighting because most of them are not hungry now. They are not hungry. No. Some people, even the ones that are also not hungry, unfortunately, are also ignorant about the operations of Ghamro. And all these things, you realize that some people who are ignorant about it will not even assign their their royalties to their rights to these institutions. There are still musicians in this country who are even the only thing they know is I'm recording and releasing and hoping it will blow. The other benefits that would come out of the act that they are doing as musicians, which is the recording and releasing, they have no idea. To the extent that split sheet, even in this modern day and age, is a new thing. Like it becomes news when an artist wants to request for a split sheet. Like when an artist features another person and would want the right data to be like filled in the split sheet. Like it is news. I say, and all these things are supposed to be the basics of music business conversation in the world. So for this one there, I am not surprised.
Okay.
And I can even say yeah, I hear Shatta is the highest paid artist this year. I can tell you say whether he is the highest or he is even the lowest, the amount that will even be given to him will not be the amount and system need jinawa. He would probably might have gotten or should have gotten more than the amount that he is receiving. So I am saying that because of that, most of the top musicians in this country are living their life based on performance rates.
Okay.
And that should have been the last resort to. And then I was say last in terms of say who kind we seek out. And then I was say last who. Because shows need there, you can see a bar and he ne be mutimi boy even in a year. If we are talking about people who perform, and you're just a handful and a mutimi boy over 20 shows in a year. Check the number of musicians who are in this country. So majority of them were supposed to live on their royalties and streams. Streams yi crown ponum ebe banunya saying upo. And how many of them even release records and get over 1 million streams even on their platforms? So most of them are supposed to live on these royalties because enon nankeye straight and kade on sabeka eye confirmed and count sabeka. But unfortunately, these things are not happening. So, for the blame the Opushima and corrects and Crawford, they will also push it back.
And believe in the system.
So, until the musicians themselves see the need, say, let's ask the right questions. Let's try and put the right people there. Whoever we think is the problem, or which group of people that we think is the problem, we need to kick them out and find the right people to do the job. We will 10 years time, 20 years time. People will still be receiving 200, 500, 300.
Okay, Graciama, 283. Huh? Are you also disturbed? Are you shocked? A musician getting this annual royalty?
Razawe, I'm not shocked because when say at the end of the distribution, we be 0 Ghana cedi. Just be cry. At the end of it, no?
Let me share this information because I'm not sure it should be a secret. Yes, it is true. Some people might not even get it, but because of the system, now they are even taking from those who are even getting bigger to share for some of these guys. This I got to know even today. So, like they said,
I know that one already.
They said even Shatta money he got, he could have gotten times 3 or 2 of what he signed to.
Yes.
But because some people are not getting, their names are still in the and about 3,000 people. About 3,000 people have their names in there. All those, so they have to break.
So that everybody can jump tomorrow.
Yeah, I know that thing. They have explained that thing before, so I know.
Raza, me, I'm not surprised that someone is getting 200 cedi or below. Just as I said, definitely like Obibenya 0 Ghana cedi. Until say no more no taking someone's own. I mean, pone ho kakra e dey akwa obi. No, it all goes down to the system. It goes down to the system. It is a conversation that we've had over and over and over, but more especially it comes up when the distribution is happening just like this. We will have the conversation after the distribution. We stop talking about it. Last year, the same thing. Some artists, raised their voices when the distribution happened. But after the distribution, what again? Everybody went back to, to sit or to continue with their daily works, whatever they were doing.
Yeah.
So we went back to now 2023 distribution is happening again. This is where we will hear people speaking out. At the end of it, nobody talks anything, nobody says anything. It goes to sleep. But if we can, rectify the mistakes or do the corrections in the system, which I know it has been difficult for some time, but if we are really serious to fight or work on the system
to get things done right,
it should be right after the distribution. Okay, what are we doing to get things better ahead of the next distribution? But everybody will go back to sleep after the distribution. Obeka say, I got 200 cedis, I got 500 cedis, I got 1,000 cedis. 9-1. Last year, so many people complained that the amount or the money that they were supposed to get or they expected to get, they didn't get even half of it. I mean, they got lower rates. Even in recent conversation, I even learned Adam, like I said, Wako joining foreign, I mean, foreign
some people
organization because he feels that is where he can get something out of it.
Yeah.
But is that supposed to be the case? Regardless,
if you cannot collect for him, then he can get something.
yes, regardless that he has every right to join any institution or organization that he feels. If our very own institution like Ghamro, if it was working and then working effectively, all these big men or all these men or all these industry players would have had some sort of trust in the organization that if you join it, but they will have much trust in whatever we are getting or they are getting here.
Okay.
Now it comes. Let me go to a conversation of people registering even under the Ghamro. When conversations of this, I mean conversation like this pops up, say will be in your 200 cities, a whole year, the number of songs music videos are which interviews are promotions are why. Now at the end of the year, when you have this amount, the next person who is aspiring to be a musician, there is nothing that is even going to motivate or ginger him to, I mean, waste time, fuel, resources to drive to Ghamro and then go and register. You understand?
Yeah.
If people are getting these rates as a whole year, omo outcome royalties are. Me na me aspire say me ba be musician no. Bibia ni ho a ebe come say I should go and then even register. I won't even think about it. Say let me even inquire to know what is in it. Bibia push me.
Yeah.
Because minim say omo di manim anas omo aye nwom pa kra no, they are getting 200 Ghana cedis. How much more me na ebia me ba mo no. Right now musicians, I mean, as a baby omo gidie wo pa online streams no. And it's YouTube yeah. They have the trust there because when him say when he uploads the music video or no more at the end of the month, if only he is monetized at the end of the month, when you share, even when YouTube X in the percentage crowd, when you there now and people are having trust over these platforms more rather than dear what I'm saying. I won't talk much, but what I was saying is including all the musicians, right after the distribution, be on a round table, discuss the way forward. Discussion discussions in fact, but yen fighting the way forward. Let's put things in place. We shouldn't always leave it like this and then come to speak or come to talk when it is time for distribution. I am waiting to hear comments from Akusio Japan and Stage A, because last year Stage A said he earns not less than 20,000 Ghana cedis a month from Ghamro. That's what Stage A said.
No, wait. He earns the man and son of Busoji.
No, I said son Oji, I see on Oji. Yeah, I made a story out of it last year.
No, I
said son Oji. One can say son Oji. I see he makes.
But they do this twice a year. So any be on once.
Or no sleep or the man or the man is okay January when you say to and say he is accumulating more than 100,000. And that is what he said. Stage
20,000,
not less than 20,000 a month.
2,000 or 20,000.
Was it 20,000? No,
200 million.
Oh.
This year, I'm expecting say this year so near Unyaye. But I coming to kind of say baby I'm pony amount for edema or edema the others no. Brother, I mean, sometimes you know maybe say Roland Kwaku ye na juma brepa na ebia ono ne de wanya no na ya ba betine de amame. Nyese bia me ma anya juma but omo discount the system.
Someone said the system.
The system. Some people, okay. I mean, are benefiting directly or indirectly. So, among fight, the system will always be like just that. As it is. Because if it goes on well, all those places will be blocked. So they are fighting the system. Meanwhile, we were all supposed to, fight for, the betterment of the system, no. Okay. Some people are fighting for the betterment of themselves,
of their pockets,
against the system. I think we should have a roundtable conversation. You move the way forward. The BI, it shouldn't be like Ghamro this, Ghamro that, Ghamro. Say the BI plus one. We are just not moving forward. And well, it's so painful.
Thank you so much, Kwesiama, in-depth submission. Let me go on to Chamu. Let me get his opinion on the 289 or 39 CDs and Shatta's reaction, the musicians' safety here in Ghana, and their insurance, if Ghamro is paying them this type of money. Chamu?
Well, for me, it's a mixed feeling, or there's a mixed issues here that sometimes we may not be fair to Ghamro if we go certain direction.
True.
And at times too, they are not doing certain things right.
They admit, yes, they admit they are not doing 100%.
Yes, and this is the point that I will disagree, or somebody like Prof. Ankonam Rebo will disagree with me based on what I'm about to say. I know
you've not said it, but
yeah, I know he will disagree because Ghamro they are using mixed approach in dealing with Ghamro issues. They are trying to be socialist conscious, and at some point they are trying to be capitalist. Socialist is where you try to help people that you think they can't help themselves, and capitalists are for those who can do better and take what they deserve. But Ghamro tries to balance it using socialist and capitalist approach in dealing with people, and I think they are more in the socialist realm. That's why they are not that efficient, because it has been proven more times or again and again that capitalist is the best system that any country or any organization should have. But there are some people who are social justice warriors or social justice oriented. So they are always trying to fight for the poor or those who cannot fight for themselves in their own way. So that's what is happening at Ghamro. I think it's because they are using socialist approach. They have explained this before, and I was like, nah, they won't change this. Like when they did the explanation, I said, nah, they won't change this. Because they told us, or at that time I heard that how they do the distribution is based on before whatever that we have now. Okay. They were looking at the cassette sales, the sales that you make, and then the importation of cassette that will come to the country for distribution, or people will buy. So they will tax the cassette, the number of cassette that will come into the country, and then they will that tax money will go to the government, and then the government will push it to the Ghamro people to share. So that's that's the first stage of it. Okay, then they will base on the number of cassettes that your songs or your album got, and then to know how much they should give to you based on the tax that they took. And then they will also go around and take money from people, the venues, the DJs and other stuff. That money will be shared equally among them, because they took them. They can't tell the number of times that particular DJ or venue played your song. So so those money that they will collect from the registered revenue centers and then the DJs, they share it equally.
The spinners.
Yes, they share that one equally among the musicians. And then the older musicians get a little bit more than the younger musicians.
Now they've changed it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Then good for them.
Now they've changed it.
And then based on that, I was like, no. People who are running this organization, mostly they are not that young. And they will want to keep a system that will benefit them as well. So if he's an older musician, he's an older musician, and the system is such that the older musicians will get more than the younger ones. Why should that person change it? Because it will not benefit them if they change it. And again, if we even get a system that will calculate the songs that played within that year and how much you're supposed to get, some people will not get anything.
Fact.
They won't. But still, they want to give those people something.
And their numbers huge. 3,000. In fact, I heard about 3,000 people off. So I hear the real people who are really earning from government, they are like 200.
Yeah.
But the extra people, they are like 3,000.
Yes.
You multiply 200 by 3,000.
And you see, the irony is that those people who, even if you are using the right system, you will not get anything. They are the ones complaining more.
Yes. They are the ones crying.
Yeah. It's the same with a socialist system where you tax the rich and give it to the poor, but the poor will always complain. The same thing. That's why I'm saying somebody like Prof. Ankona will not agree with me. Because you will work so hard to make your money and they tax you so much and tell you that, oh, we are going to use for the healthcare system. They are going to use for the whatever system. Like, that's how they do it.
So this is the staging story.
Yeah.
Ghamro pays me not less than 20K every month.
Yeah.
And that's what they are doing there. They take money from those who will be earning big and then give it to those who may not even begin getting anything, but they still want to help them. Because those people, some of them are old, they are not getting money from any other source, and they want to help them because sometimes they will even say that he was a great musician and he is sick, he can't take care of himself, Ghamro should help and all that. And I think Ghamro is taking those advice, and then they came up with some of this things just to also compensate for them. So sometimes they don't want to do it so much that it will affect those who are earning more. So they will give them something small, and those people will come and complain because the money is too small. But if we were doing the right system, a lot of them will not get anything because we don't play their songs. They are not in the system anymore. The royalties is also about you getting more play and getting more money for playing your songs, entertaining people. That's how it's supposed to be.
True.
So if they are not using that system, in fact, those who are complaining, they are the ones benefiting. Me, I'll advise them to lower the way that they complain. Because because most of them will not get any. That's why I started by saying sometimes they are not being fair to Ghamro, because they know that they are not running efficient system. They are helping some people who are bashing them, but they can't say it or they don't want to say it. That's the problem with Ghamro. For me, if they were running efficient system and the right system, some people will praise them because they will get good money for what they have done. Some people will not get anything at all, and those people will complain.
Fact.
Yes, that's what will happen. But they try to balance it, try to be more social or be more kind to those people and give them something. And those are the people complaining. Ghamro obviously is not running an efficient system. And yes, because of that, they don't even push for more money. That's why we will blame them for not working right. Because where they are supposed to get certain money, they will just sit and complain. They won't even chase that money. They won't chase that money. They will just sit and complain. But if they can chase and get those money, they will have enough to even share. But for them, well, we get something, we try to give everybody something small, so we are okay. And that's the kind of system that they are running there. I mean, somebody like Wijiwo, the gospel artist, she's in the system. I don't know how hard she's pushing that she thinks she deserves more and how much she deserves. I mean, what she did was ironic, like she was trying to be sarcastic about the whole thing, that this is nothing for me.
That was what she wanted
to achieve. Yes. And for her, I know this is not her main thing. She's not out and out musician. She's also a lecturer. She's earning somewhere, so this may not be her main job here. So for her to be sarcastic and do this, yes, for her this is nothing. But some people will complain bitterly because they depend on it. And Ghamro, I think the best way is for them to come out clean and run a efficient system. Those who will not get anything and some people want to donate to them, for me, it's better than running inefficient system, trying to please anybody. Trying to please anybody. But
can't please everybody.
No, it won't work.
Some people will not be happy with your
yes,
and policies.
For sure.
Yeah.
Me, that's why I will go for a capitalist system on any day. Because those who will work hard should earn as much that they can. And those who are not working hard or for some reason they can't go that far, take whatever you get and manage it in your own way. And if those people want to help you, it should be coming from them willingly, not forcing them to give to somebody without them even knowing, because of the system that you run. It won't be efficient. That's the problem.
Solidly said. Thanks to Intimdo Solomon once again. Sonnie Badu is in the news again, and want us to deal. Richie, we've seen that man. Enough of him. He should take his 20K a month from Ghamro. That is a good thing for him. Let him enjoy. Now, Sonnie Badu has been talking about how he was able to raise money for his Rhythm Africa worship concert, and again how some people he trusted could help him to raise money to do all these things could not do it in the long run. In an interview on OKFM, he has been talking, and he talked about calling the boss of Adonko Bites, that is Dr. Kwaku Oteng. And Dr. Kwaku Oteng promised him that, oh, Sonnie, don't worry, I'll sponsor you. Because don't say it is Adonko Bites they called, I'm sure they have X and all these things. So they could have used any of them to sponsor. But I'm sure being Sonnie, right? They said they were going to sponsor him with Adonko Bites. And they should bring the money. I know Sonnie. He's a hard guy like that. So according to Sonnie Badu, Dr. Kwaku Oteng agreed that, big man, I hear you, I'm going to sponsor you. Later, when they all planned that, oh, call me again, let's do this, he called. Dr. Kwaku Oteng says, in Wono, I won't pick the call. I'm sure Sonnie is paid. That is why he's talking about this on the radio. Should we also be paid for Sonnie? Or he should take it as one of the Ghana attitude? Should we also be paid
it's
for
as simple
Sonnie?
as that.
Or you think that, Ghana style, different style. Let's watch some of the clips. When we come back, we will continue the conversation.
Uncle Foka say, Rolex na saying a edition bang, just Uncle Foka say, Rolex na saying a edition bang, just Rolex Uncle Foka, Rolex watch now, the year shoot.
No, yentie asem encourage. Yet topic now, and your Rolex watch and I'm a 20-year concept. That's an insult to almost $180,000 I'm spending. Does that make sense?
180,000.
Almost $180,000 I'm spending.
For the concert?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Now, do you know what we look at the kitchen on the Google?
It says there once a Rolex watch.
Good. So, a lot of sponsors let me down. And Charlie, for watching the Fako, my wife was not happy about it because I bought that watch for my first son. That watch was for him. Because Rolex, they appreciate. But I told my wife I gotta do it. And I sold it. And yeah, for the whole concept. No, does that make sense? No, it doesn't. And the Rolex, $2 million in that. No. But then last minute, I needed to do some stuff, right? And I did that. So a lot of sponsors let me down. I mean, Dr. Oteng, he was not picking up my phone calls. But I took a picture of him and I said,
What's it, Dr. Kwaku?
He didn't pick up my phone call.
Ade.
He promised to sponsor, but he didn't pick up the phone call.
Oh.
I say it as it is. You see, that's the problem.
I said, what to me, I can roll like this, so to me, can
so the last minute.
Oh, yeah, real. Was it Dr. Kwaku?
He didn't pick up my phone call.
Or promise was on
He did promise to be a part of it. I put it my Instagram, so he said he was going to do it.
Who posted and said, Dana said,
Bros.
Sir, also best sponsor.
And he did not pick up my
Is that
call.
why bastard you say, can I appreciate some few people?
And I appreciate it.
And you said, and there's some people who disappointed us though.
Listen,
okay, now
this is what gospel musicians go through. And you know, a lot of people. Gospel, I advocate for my people.
Oh, say what can't roll like there? My umbo is disappointing.
No, he didn't pick up. I mean, it's just I respect that.
Proposal and oh, Debbie, that one we can't speak for it. We can ask him. An agreement is an agreement.
You know what I'm coming to do on the stage. You know what I'm doing. You see, I'm not the ordinary Ghanaian. Give me your word, and I've honored Dr. Kwaku more than any other person in Ghana. I honored him at the city capital in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, so we
have a relationship.
Not bronze.
I gave him loads of awards. Okay, so he let me down.
Miss G, not bronze.
I respect.
Prophet
So, but I respect that. I respect that. Omami for 4 years, Sonnie, you best support it. And I didn't hear nothing. I called him several times. He never picked up my phone call.
But Doc, my main can't chat here for some questions. About programs and Yamina Mibusa questions.
Hey,
Pacho Misemo, AMG now about the program.
So this is what happened. Last minute, I needed to make some payments. And Charlie, for watching if I call, my wife was not happy about it because I bought that watch for my first son.
Oh.
That watch was for him. Because Rolex, they appreciate. But I told my wife I gotta do it. And I sold it. And yeah, for the whole concept. No, does that make sense? No, it doesn't. And the Rolex, $2 million in that. No. But then last minute, I needed to do some stuff, right? And I did that. I'm talking about that's not their business.
Because on say Ubeka say your business, but any never done conversation.
Exactly. So
to make clarify at least.
No, I don't need to
Miss G, Obi also Musa questions me.
Sorry,
it was worth $25,000, and then we sold it for that's not their business. The business is the concert is done. Lady Nobusa interview, also what were some of the ups and downs you went through? And I said, so last minute, grab me Tommy Rolex watch. Now the media took me Tommy Rolex watch from the bar out. You got it. But it's because a lot of people, even Baku Kradi, when I was about to go on stage, I'm like, hey, what's up?
Okay, so what on crank Becca?
Out of done it.
It's Pacho, baby, say, the idea we are Waboka.
Now, Ocean, you can my boy. No,
because maybe on say, turn tickets, Obi to also on say, Ghana on say, what's it 6,000? Obi a calculation, that amount.
We have not even sat down to check what tickets were sold. And I don't even have that time.
Yeah,
I don't have that time. Make what we invested into it.
Yeah,
traveling. Bring man.
Once again, I'm asking a simple question: that should we also be disturbed by Sonnie Badu's issues, how the people handled him, or we should, because we know that is the Ghana spirit, so we should take it as such. Ro, let me get your point on this one.
He's now feeling the heat. But it
is a bad thing, so we have to condemn it.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. He's now feeling that's what I'm saying. He's now feeling the heat. I mean, when people complain about how low funds enter into our space. Others who probably are far away from the system might think that, oh, it is the people who are not probably not doing enough, or they are not smart, or they are not hardworking and all that. I mean, people travel outside just a year or two, and all of their comments will be ones that is kind of downgrading the effort that some people put in here. Some people go outside, no, the system is working, and they will come and and some about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then they run away.
They are gone.
Exactly. So this clearly shows that yes, the people who are actually surviving in the space need some form of abasobody. In fact, people who are making oh yes, no, but also share obia in the same space or making something out of even the little that we have in Impa, and you would want to praise the person. You should be able to pat the person at the back and say, Charlie, you guys are doing well. Because we all know the challenges that we are facing, and getting sponsorship is one of them. But Dr. Sonnie Badu issue, I can't blame Dr. Kwaku so much. I don't know, but
why can't you blame him?
Oh,
it's either you do it or you not do it. You give me false hope and I'm calling and you're telling me you can't.
You see, unfortunately, he will also base his response on the attitude that he also knows in the system. One will say, no, Dr. Sonnie Badu explaining the situation. He says so. He has a very good relationship with the man. He honored the man. The man who will fulfill money there. What? Then. He so in his mind, he is complacent about the whole thing. In his mind, a dandle. But the man is running a business. The man is running a business. Into the ABA now, regardless of whatever relationship that you think you have with him, one go through the right channel. There's a possibility say also. Do you know how many people are pulling him at the same time now? Also, and unfortunately, some people probably might have gone through even in that same way. And even with the way he's explaining, if the man had outrightly said no, definitely it would still be a conversation. There are some people you tell them no from the beginning, and that one cry what say asem. What say asem? You tell them no from the beginning. Then don't sponsor anybody. Don't during that period. Don't even be seen eating food like chopping. No, don't be seen. And all these things are things that will push people not to say no to you instantly, but would want to dilly-dally with you until when you see the move, say this one the M4. Then you look for other alternatives. Sometimes it is the way people receive certain news. So be on to me say if in that moment only good standing obey media boy crying pona. Now for the onu bom na yebe je mo afraid on bom. No bomenya tipai. No bomenya tipai because after this outburst, yes, Dr. Sonnie Badu has every right to complain. But I asked myself, okay, the manner in which he is taking this issue, place no can on how he said it. Is it one that can, in the next hour, or maybe Ochinebi, so if you Dr. Honoma, is it one that can foster or hold that relationship? Definitely there will be some form of a bear affecting no baby. Definitely a bear affecting no baby because for whatever reason that he was not able to reach the man during that time, he doesn't know. Because Senko Nima and Kobeka. But his main reason was the man was not picking his call. As to whether the man was not available, the man's Ebia Sembi na no train or need to swinting no money promise on in Sankan, you have no idea. And how you were not able to reach out to him personally to get a reason before, because the manner in which he said this on air, I'm not going to say, the man is not credible. He promises and fails. That is the only picture he's painted now. But as to really the real reason why, because you said you have a relationship with him, I was expecting say, oh, after the show, I even had to go through ABCD to get him, and these are some of the explanations. See, saying, oh, some of the sponsors disappointed me was enough. Some of the sponsors disappointed me. Oh, yeah, so if you say that, nobody will blame you for going to sell your watch to help fund your show. Nobody would blame you. Say when you have sponsorship. I news. News.
I'm mentioning the man's name.
But mentioning the man's name in that manner is where my worry is. I just hope that it wouldn't affect the relationship that he's built with the man.
Okay, thank you. Kwesi, take over from there, and let's see what you also add to this convo.
Brother, you see, some of the times, not conversations be also space no more. We make mention of it that investors are watching. Investors are behind and then watching whatever conversation that or whatever happenings that is going on in the space.
They are really watching.
This is a clear example of their Dr. Sonnie Badu. Yes, he's held some of the shows, and as in the shows maybe our Ghana say. But the Ghana problem, no, just as you said, no, the Ghana problem, no, he doesn't know say we are saying that.
He knows.
But
why is so sure?
He's a Ghanaian. He has stayed here before, and he has dealt with Ghanaians many times. He has experienced this.
Maybe he's forgotten now.
It's because of Dr. Kwaku that he's pretending he doesn't know the system.
Or maybe he has less, knowledge about the system here. Just let's assume maybe he has less knowledge about whatever is happening. But when we are having conversations, I don't want to bring, what Mark said some time ago, but I factors people behind the scenes, those conversations are.
And they take
decisions.
True.
So I say like big artists being when the person, when an artist approach them to make sponsor some of their shows, analyze all those things, Charlie. The way crack can say, we cry, you say, am I going to benefit or am I going to lose? And only one aspect of it. Now let's come to Dr. saying he called Dr. Kwaku Oteng. Dr. for me, no.
Yeah.
Dr. Sonnie Badu says he called Dr. Kwaku Oteng and then he wasn't responding. Before then, no man a promise. And your promise, crab, I know I can't tell no.
Assurance.
Woman assurance. But at a particular point in our friend, Brasa, I know it's here. It could be that maybe you've given me some kind of assurance. But in the next couple of days, because of ABR, the pressure on you and the calls that might be coming, your phones might have been with Roland. It is possible.
If I leave my phones with Roland, I either give him permission to pick my calls, or then I should put them off if he can't pick them. So I'm better putting them off.
Where I'm building my point to is, he says sometimes let's use the right channels. Regardless, he has a relationship with doctor, which he feels like he can go direct and then give a direct call and then certain things will be done right. But I suggest that maybe, just maybe, if he had used a channel that from sending a proposal or something to, because Dr. Kwaku Oteng's a company not running, just as Roland said, it is a business that he's running. So I suggest, or I think, if he had sent a proposal to Nejuma, said this is what we are doing and we want your business to partner or sponsor us, now it will be a management issue. So they will have to sit down with Dr. Kwaku Oteng. Even if in case ni refi say there because Charlie in your course name your mother does one so we assume say if doctor forgets say he has a meeting or a proposal where with Dr. Sonnie Badu, at least the management are aware of it. They can time to time on me I can say, oh, we've had this conversation or this proposal is still pending.
The fact is that doctor did not forget anything. Like how can you forget Sonnie Badu?
And anything that makes us a Sonnie Badu in system no, because a chroma all person that all free owner. And you are no limited system no so free owner our friend now owner no so actual system no one person or the man are saying yeah and they also want to say.
But right now, no, Dr. Kwaku Oteng bet me about Abontana bet me I say a refrain by and I say be a but sanka that written document no and I said proposal no one more and no proposal one see so we no refer at least we management so almost almost refer and so no a lesson people I mean other people space in no it is a lesson you suya and free. Say regardless the relationship we need to know at least certain things be how they try say be if it should be documented and then presented that not why no and the other way around also will be on Dr. Kwaku Oteng. Well Roland said it say be nipana asq for a friend say wo partnership and wo support from the onset. If he had said no, maybe it would have generated a different conversation. But at a point, I think it is okay to tell the people, I mean, directly, and I said, Charlie, maybe at this particular point, I'm running this, that. So, Mamu didn't know me to me. Now, even in panel, I done also. If say Osiki other support, and I say, oh yeah, the budget, I know who how, or yeah, the budget against, and I say ahead of the program now. But you don't leave them. I mean, say, the stance, are you coming, are you not coming? Not why basa. And you know, I didn't want to mean now I can Charlie this year dear me watch me and I'm yes no man Dawson so dear young fan shed that for Libya embrassment. It's the end
okay, Chamo.
Yeah.
Dr. Kwaku Oteng versus Dr. Sonnie Badu.
I think Dr. Sonnie Badu misfired. There was no need for him to mention Dr. Kwaku Oteng's name.
Why?
Why just saying some sponsors disappointed you would have been enough. But mentioning name
help you.
No, mentioning name was wrong for him to do. But here's the thing. Ghana here, we know. I mean, a lot of people can't give you bad news, no matter what. It has happened to me in different occasions, different forms. Even telling somebody that your parent, your mother, your father, your sibling is dead, we don't tell them. You have to find a way, like find something, say something. We need you here. We want you there. Like this is our culture. This is how we live our lives, and we know, we are aware of this. Those who are complaining is when it is not in their favor. In fact, they do it to people. I am 100% sure that Sonnie Badu has done it to somebody before. No, maybe it's not about money. It will be about telling the person something straight. He won't. He will find a way and think that that's a better way to say it. That is our culture. That's how we deal with things. So he will complain because it didn't go the way he was expecting. That's how I see it. In fact, in a proper business sense, you don't take the proposal to even the CEO or the owner of the company. You take it to the management. They will table it. They will discuss and see the merits of it and then honor it or not. So you know this. I mean, you have lived in America. You know how the system works. But that's not how you did it with Dr. Kwaku Oteng. You took advantage of your personal relationship with him and then proposed it directly to him. I can guess it wasn't even in a paper form or whatever. It was just a oral conversation. Doc, maybe program no wait me and I say I'm a boy. That is the way we deal with things here. Later you called him, he's not picking. Obviously he can't help you, but he can't tell you because of our culture and how we deal with things. Yeah, me like personally, I have tried it, and I know when you go direct, it's better you don't. It's better you don't tell them directly for the system that we live in.
You don't tell people the truth directly.
Yes, not telling them. No, when they, especially when they are demanding something from you and you can't honor it.
It's better.
It's better you don't tell them I can't honor it. Tell them, oh, be because they will use it against you. Those people will use it against you. Even if genuinely you can't help them, they will still use it against you. It has happened to me several times. If the recent one, I will share it in this way. I've been helping this guy. Like anytime that he needs my help, I'll come through for him. Anytime, like I'll come through for him. So it got to a point and I was like, no, I don't think I'm doing the right thing, or I'm tired of this. I have to pull up the plug.
Plugs, yeah.
Okay, so this guy calls me and he says, Charlie, the thing, I need you here. And I go like, no, I can't help you. Like that. Then he said, you can't help me. Is it because you don't want to help me or you can't help me? Now he wants the different, and I go like, I don't want to help you, like direct like that.
Yeah.
He was angry. He forgot that I've been coming through for him for many times.
That's how human beings are.
Yes, and he wanted. In fact, he would have been okay if I lied, like, oh, I don't have the strength, or I'm not in a good position now to help you. Meanwhile, I am in a good position, but I don't want to help you. He won't take it. That's our system, and I was so straight because I wanted to tell him, I wanted to give him a message. I was thinking if I go straight like that, he will get the message, but still he didn't get it. In his head, I am the most wicked person that he has ever seen. After helping him many times, in fact, for years.
99 good plus 1 bad.
For years, but still. So later, yeah, we sat down and I told him, I don't want to help you because of this, that. He was like, but still, you can, like, that's Ghana for you. So me, I'm 100% with Dr. Kwaku. At the time that you were calling and he's not picking, the message is clear and loud.
For you to get it.
For you to get it. But you can pretend that you don't want to get it. Or you don't want that kind of message. So you continue to push. Me, when I call you twice and you don't pick it, I don't call again. My thing is, either you are busy or you don't want to talk to me. That's my assumption. So if you are busy, maybe later you return the call. If you are not, then it's like you don't want to talk to me. So why should I push it and call you 100 times, 50 times, and then later I'll come and complain, I called him, he didn't pick. But me, I know that the person doesn't want to talk to me. That's our system. So me, I think Dr. Sonnie Badu, he misfired. Why am I saying that? Because you are now spoiling the relationship that you had with the man. Because now the impression that you are creating, the man will not be happy about it. But he may help.
Also a wealthy man.
Yes.
Who would want to be seen?
And that's how they do it too. This one too. They wanted a sponsorship from one of the big men the same way. And then this, in fact, Abeku Santana, he told me that man, when you call him, and then he say, we want to do this program also, Sikana Ope say, Kana me the straight like that. He called him and he was like, Sikana Ope, like no paperwork, so in our system, that's how they do. But it's not Kwaku, it was a different man. Yes, in our system, that's how they deal with them. So if you call him, that man, friend now, or see Jackasatin, is a kind of peka de Union Bejino. So, friend, no, Mebo, now later, friend, no on fire. How he dealt with you at the time that he wanted to help you. You know. Don't pretend. You know this is how you do it.
True.
The way they did it to the Joy Daddy guy. He wasn't paperwork. You can just pass through and he will dash you money. That's how they deal with us. So I beg our musicians, you know how you deal with them. So don't pretend when it doesn't go your way. I think it's not fair to them. And yes, I will agree at this point with Kwesiama and Roland that if you do that, you will be pushing them away from them helping. If you want them to deal with you professionally, let's do the paperwork and go that way. So if it doesn't go, you know that I went through the channel. But if you use your personal relationship with them and it doesn't go the way you want it to go, take it as such and stop trying to shame them in your own way because you didn't get it this time around. I think it has came true for him some time ago. So if it is not working today, why do you come out and more like name and shame him because he couldn't help you at this time? So for me, Dr. Sonnie Badu misfired, and this is not good. I don't think anybody at all should emulate this or take any cue from them. We know our system and how it works, and until things changes, let's move in that direction without shaming people for it.
Well, let's see if you can do this very last story. And M.anifest is in the news. M. is in the news. M. is talking about how, as an industry, we love to compare, we love to do the negative comparison, and it looks like he's tired of it. I want us to watch this video coming from M. Then I ask my people, do we agree with him? Is he saying the fact that indeed our industry is full of comparison, negative comparison, and therefore sometimes it even hurts the egos of some artists? Let's watch this. When I come back, we do the final discussion before we run away from here.
Has Ghana music met my expectations of where it should be? I don't have expectations, but I definitely... Has Ghana music met my expectations of where it should be? I don't have expectations, but I definitely think I have higher hopes for where it could go. Way higher, obviously. I think we spend too much time complaining about how we don't reach instead of actually doing the things that will naturally aid us to get there. You know, a lot of us focus a lot on what we don't have, you know. Since we know there's a system inside. But just as much as we can recognize and have those conversations, there's a whole lot of work to be done creatively, how we see ourselves in an ecosystem. So much more we could do. So we know reach, cry. So that's why I don't even listen to the comparisons we do. We know reach. We know reach. Let me give you this analogy. It's like you need a certain level of delusion, obviously, to make it ahead. But there are two kinds of delusion. Imagine you're running a 1,500 race. You're in the second lap and you've been lapped, right? You've been lapped, but then now, because you've been lapped, you think that you're 300 meters in front of somebody. That's the kind of delusion where you know go help you win the race. But imagine somebody's 200 meters ahead of you and then you start gathering adrenaline to try and catch them. That's a different kind of delusion that can reach. I think we spend too much time.
All right, so I want to believe my people got the message and the information in M.anifest, M. presentation there. And I would want Kwesiama to start this. Kwesi?
The M.anifest, you see, sometimes it is good to compare.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it is good.
But not all the time.
Not all the time. Not all the time. Sometimes comparison is good, more especially when you are in a space with someone and you think they are doing good or they are doing bad. Sometimes you compare your journey with them and then you pick the positives out of the person's journey. And then you are supposed to polish it up, polish out the account and then you grow. Now M.anifest is saying in our space the comparisons are too much. That this person is doing that, this person is doing better than this person is not doing good to this person's limit. It is a space where each and every artist has his or her fan base.
Okay.
They have their supporters, people they love, people they cherish. So these things, sometimes they news. It is just as wachi wura bi say to aso you will compare say enra me di anti muni wachi and na obi so di anti Fatima wachi now obi anti the anti Fatima wachi na be kind of story the anti muni wachi be kind of story. Now it is left for you to decide which one you want to go for. So Sonnie is space now akwakoye. It is a space you can't take away comparisons. Regardless, no, or Teresa, we mostly push the negatives. And no, it is something that we've spoken about for several years. But again, no, as I said, the negatives, no, SL, the negative news, no, SL. Yes, you can't be an artist you only expect people to say good about you. If it happens that way, you the artist yourself, crowd, you have to question yourself. You need to, sometimes you need to even applaud those that say some, not all, some bad things about you. It makes you, gag
especially those who say it constructively.
Exactly.
Yeah, because some people say destructively,
yes.
that one
you
don't want to see it.
Yes.
But those who say it constructively, yeah,
it helps you know how and then when to, take certain steps.
Okay.
So in our space, just as I said, it is part of it. We just have to accept it as individual, or for the artists, they just have to accept it that it is part of it. And then pick the goods out of it, because definitely there are so many bad ones outside with regards to the criticisms. There are bad ones, maybe that may kill your spirit or lower down your energy. Those ones, if you think you can't deal with it, but if you just as we sit here and do, you go watch it and then you pick and say, oh, Roland Kasim I think say in my next moves, in my next steps, let me try whatever Roland said, let me try whatever Chemo said, and then see how it is going to work for me. Regardless, say in your perspective, or people make screenshots and then send them to you that Charlie Roland is bashing you. Roland, I wouldn't go back to use in a recent banter also with regards to Scott Evans and Chemo. With regards to Scott Evans and Chemo, will be Oteng channel or someone sitting behind will be like, no, this is a bad news. We are trying to. Someone will be like, these people are trying to paint the artist black. But in real sense, if you sit down and analyze issues, there may be positive ones within whatever the person said. That is where you need to sit back and then analyze all those good things, add them to whatever decisions you are making, and then move on and then see say if there is something going to come out of it. But if these people come to you, say this particular person is saying all this about you, which you think are negative, and you rubbish them. Sometimes all rubbish any goods be and the fra. So in our space, M.anifest, I know say he's had the experience in this, so he should just accept and know say it is part of it. The negative, the positives, yes, it won't stop. You can't stop it because it is part of it. But not to him alone, all other artists, or if these issues come now, just pick near a beboa, a frame, a positive amount, a negative amount. But with the comparisons in there, you can't take it out. Even as a one person, sometimes
if you want growth.
Yes, if you want growth, you compare yourself to other people who are doing same thing just like you are doing in your space.
I think he said it like when you are comparing to somebody who is 200 miles ahead of you, you focus trying to catch up.
Yes.
But if you are rather looking at the
back,
back,
it says most of the comparisons we do, they are negative comparisons.
Yeah.
So it is a conversation, broader conversations. Read all those that do, criticisms, and then analysts like this, we can also do better. We can learn something from the conversation, and then know how to channel certain conversations, do it in a positive way. That will help the growth of our industry as well.
Okay, thank you. Chamo will speak on this as well. This will be a very final topic for him.
Yeah, then let me be quick on it. What he said, I've said this before, no one is happy when you criticize them. I mean, they will pretend that, oh, it's okay, we have positive criticism, but no. We just have people who can deal with it in a better way. Some people can't. That's the only difference, because you think that the things that you are doing is the best and you are supposed to be praised instead of criticize or say anything negative. So for them, I mean, I don't see any way out of it. It's their decision whether to take it in a positive light or in a negative light. Like Kwesiama said, the Scott Evans thing that I said. I mean, he said he's not. He's sad. I mean, and I get him. No one will be happy when you have done your job and somebody punches you, some rules, and then you'll be sad, obviously. But is it true? Can you go into details and find out whether what he's saying is true or not? Because it can be true, but you will still be sad. There's no ways about, like, no two ways about it. There are certain things that somebody will tell you is the truth. You know it's the truth, but you are not happy that they are telling you. It's there. So for me, I that's why I'm always at the point that when you say criticize me positively, I go like, who decide what is positive or negative? It's a personal decision. Somebody would say something and go like, this is nothing. And then somebody will say the same thing and somebody will be angry. Somebody will cry. Somebody like, so it's a personal thing there. We will say it as we think is the right thing. But you may not take it like that. When we are here and we are doing that comparison or talking, I don't think we have that motive or intention to hurt people. We just think that it's fair to say. But the person receiving it may not see it as such. Just find a good way to deal with it. Yes, sometimes you compromise, like the way I compromise for Scott Evans and his team to use me. But next time I may not compromise for you, and that person may be in trouble. Like Scott Evans and his team, for instance, I've compromised once. I will not do it again. It's a warning to them. So if they come back at me, it will be a different thing altogether. That's how it is. So me, I will only advise somebody like M.anifest who has the experience and in the system for so long that nothing will really change. There are people who will intentionally do a negative comparison, if we have to call it like that. And there are some people who also do even fake positive one for you. People will lie for you to feel better. And some people will also lie for you to feel bad. You just have to find a way to deal with it. So me, when people come out and talk about that negative comparison, positive comparison, I always don't get it. Like, who decide which one is negative, which one is positive? You always have individuals deciding for themselves. There are certain things that me, when you tell me or when you say about anything that I've done, I don't react. But people around me may even react more than me. I've said this before when I was in school. Sometimes they will talk about me, but me, I will be consoling somebody.
The people who
are closer to me, I will be consoling them, but message me not hear me.
But what converted them?
Now, I come on me if you coming once a month. But me once a month come. So that thing, I think we individually we should find a way to deal with them, because it will not go away.
Facts.
It will not go away. Yes.
You have to, especially in this social
media world. Yes.
People may not say it to you. But you go online and you should just be strong to fight them.
It. Yeah.
One, I keep saying there are two things involved. It's either you want to ignore, like Jebo said, or you want to respond.
Face it, yeah.
If you want to respond, go harder. If you come hard and I want to respond hard, I come harder. I knew that people get no.
Yeah.
I was sitting by somewhere, and he came to attack me.
Yeah.
So if I want to respond, I'm not coming at your level, beyond your level, so you feel it. Bro, let's close. Our time is up.
That's what I mean. Chemo has said a lot. The thing there, especially at this time, we need to be preaching. In fact, it is not going to stop today, neither is it going to stop tomorrow. And even the truth of the matter is, it is not only in our space. That is one thing that I want us to understand. If it was only peculiar to our space, Burna Boy wouldn't wake up one day to say, hey, I want to pay you guys to stop talking about. So many people complain about the headlines that go, like, that come at them, not only in Ghana. There are so many people who complain. Now say paparazzi in this space is not even active. No. Paparazzi elsewhere. Obi be sorry no po be any gate that so be atom power gates and what can say. As we see be pie no try picture. I say let an artist just come out for in house right now, they go slap you and nobody will do anything about it. They go tow you. Nobody will do anything about it. I happen your paparazzi service not working. So when you look at it from that angle, that being said, it doesn't mean that yes, what some people are doing in the space is right. Of course, some people are abusing it, and that we must also talk about. Some people are abusing it.
Facts.
And as we encourage our artists to also form some form of thick skin to sieve some of these comments when they come, we should also call some of our people out and also educate them in that light. Yes, the fact that somebody is abusing their power doesn't mean that, oh, yes, I know Kwesi Amadi, he will always abuse his power, so you to have a tough skin. No, I should be able to also talk to Kwesi Amadi to give him some level of sense.
Yeah.
That should also happen in our space.
Yeah.
Because if we leave them, at the end of the day, they might indirectly build monsters from a certain angle that it will come back to bite we. No.
Fact.
Because if we don't take care, okay, we say, oh, some of the criticism there, they will come, they may not be in a good taste. How about people who are also abusing whatever power that they have, because they have the power behind the microphone, they have the power behind the camera? How about those people who are also abusing it? If we don't take care, those mofos comment might overshadow even the good job that some people are doing in the space, and we will wake up and the perception out there will be, oh, in Crawford way they say no nothing.
Thank you.
And we need to also talk about those things. Sometimes when certain artists are complaining about certain comments going at them, I check the type of artist, his dealings, and the type of things he's talking about before I make such comments. There are some people that people are just on an agenda to abuse them, and those people, even though we know criticism, some may come in a bad light, we still need to speak for some of these people. Unless these people are the ones causing it. That's one. When the headlines are, there are some artists when they say, oh, they go and say something and they write headline, they can't. I didn't say that. I didn't say. And so because those people, when they come to complain, we don't mind them. Those people, when they come to complain, we don't mind them. But the people that we see that these people, they are artists, Charlie, this person is abusing the artist. Like the person has taken an opportunity, like has taken what for me be as a huge opportunity to just bully this person. Those people, we can't let just leave them. Yes, to have their way like that. Because it will come back, and at the end of the day, we wake up and all the top artists are insulting pundits. All these simple. We have one mofo somewhere who is abusing his or her power. So yes, I understand where M.anifest is coming from. As much as we give them advice that, Charlie, sometimes some of these things, it may not even come from even the media space, but also their followers. And almost when they see such comments, they should also man up, because sometimes words from them can seize it. Since in the last time, Shatta here with even the Grammy conversation nearby where people were trolling Stonebwoy. Almost so some of the honest also lies with them. If they are able to speak some of these words into it, it minimize whatever we all are trying to. But some job boy also say, okay, we are the one that criticize, so we should be able to control her. At the end of the day, they also have a role to play. So yes, they should have a tough skin. They should also put in a word or two to minimize. Then we can also check the mofos in our area and try to control them. Together, we can minimize some of these negative effects in the space.
My people have spoken all the wisdom that I was expecting to hear, and I know that you have also been informed, you have been educated, and of course a little bit of entertainment in there. Thanks so much for always spending your quality time here with us. Like I keep saying, we don't take it for granted. We really appreciate you. Special thanks to my pundits in Team Dodo Solomon Chemo, to Kwesi Ama the blogger, and Roland Amate, and to my production team led by Digital Rasta, his God Currency, who did our camera for us. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. My name is Sammy Flex. Feel free to comment. Once again, you can also say whatever you want if it becomes necessary. Now I'm busy, so I don't get time to make comments. But I know one day I'll be lying down somewhere, not doing anything. Don't say that one. Back to back. And I was up with me a fucking. Anyways, thank you so much. Subscribe to us and be part of the conversation. Feel free. We are a family. That is one beautiful thing about us. Anytime, feel free and let's vibe. My name is Sammy Flex. We are out of here. Ta-ta.